So every one of you, just try to understand this. Um, it's not easy to, receive or to offer so much unless heaven understands your heart, the urgency, what is happening. You have to be more alert, please, all of you. So I have spoken about certain aspects coming back to the heart and the fire element. Okay. I have spoken about the physical aspect, the physical blockages which happen, which are there from outside, from within. I have spoken about mental also in a certain way where we are seeing violent things and we are subconsciously taking all these things inside. Physically, we are taking all the junk inside also, subconsciously, mentally issues. And our own behavior, greed, jealousy, all these things are heart pollution. They pollute our heart. When we blame others, we're causing more pollution. We are not taking responsibility for our own soul and our own actions. Right? So, what do? We have to just understand one thing, that we are in charge to transform our own blockages. We can take help from the master, we can take help from the spiritual fathers and mothers from heaven. They are all there to support us. But we have to make a choice that we have to start doing this. These practices are available. This mantra is so easy. 3 words, so much you can do. Immediate, it can release pain also. When you're having certain pain, certain blockage, immediate, do this, hold that finger. Okay. So now there is an emotional aspect to your heart. The heart also carries emotional blockages. The emotional blockages are I think I will allow Swechha, our soul teacher, to talk about it. Okay, she will talk deeper. It's anxiety and depression, but she will talk about it. She'll make you do a practice how you can transform that negative message. So every element, 5 elements, they have certain emotional blockage attached to that. The wood has anger as a blockage, okay, and metal element has sadness and grief. You're holding too much sadness and grief, causes issues. Heart as anxiety and depression. Okay, spleen, your earth element, is worry. Okay, and fear for your water element. Right, all these things are there. And today is not the 5 elements teaching day. Today the focus is on the heart. Today the focus is on building the janchi, that positive energy, so that we can have that immunity and vitality for our heart, okay, and for our fire element, all the connected organs, tissues, sense organs for our fire element, because that is the most affected right now. Why are they, trying to harm our heart? The fire, the light comes from the fire. They are putting out the light. And if we dwell into the darkness which is being offered so freely, even if it is the truth, it will all bring our energy, positive shifting down. So our thing is to just continue building our own light, continue building our Zangchi. Swechha will take you into the next segment, and she's a brand new soul teacher from the Tao Academy, Toronto. And you see in her teaching, if you done the practices with her, she offers so much compassion, so much love, and radiates that divine love and light to each one, to just be there in this field and listen to her teaching, her wisdom. It's Master Shah's wisdom, which she's bringing to you, but in her own way, from her heart. Let us welcome Swechha. Swechha, are you here? Swechha, are you here? Can you hear me? Okay, you cannot unmute. Let me do that for you. Just a minute. So, as this is happening, just close your eyes, everyone. Breathe into the field. This field is constantly blessing us. It is constantly asking us to transform, to purify further, so that we can hold this Jangchi. We can hold this great love and light which is being offered by heaven to protect us at this time. Okay, can you?
Yes, Master Sarosh.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you, Master Sarosh, for giving me this opportunity to serve everyone here. And thank you everyone for coming together, for creating this beautiful field of love, light, and service. And as Master Sarosh said, the emotional aspect for the fire element, for the heart, is the anxiety and depression, right? And we are going to do some practice, with Master Shah's technique. But before we get into the practice, let us just delve, some aspects of anxiety and depression. Let us understand what is anxiety and depression basically, right? So, many a times, I think most of us, or probably I can say each one of us, at some point in time would have, or we still do, blame others for somewhere going wrong in our life. Somewhere we blame ourselves, right? We get into, judging ourselves. We get into criticizing ourselves, right? We often get into comparing. We often get into criticizing others, right? So all this basically happens because of some or the other aspect of anxiety and depression, right? So basically, this is the emotional blockage in the heart. Now, how does this emotional blockage come up in our heart, right? So, as we all know, one of the basic principles is the law of information, energy, and matter, right? So, let us understand what is information, energy, and matter to understand what is anxiety and depression, right? So what is matter? Matter is anything and everything that we see around us, right? Like this pen is a matter, our physical body is the matter. So matter is whatever we see, hear, smell around us. Can we just ask everyone to please mute themselves? Yeah. So that is matter. Then what is energy? Like even Master Sarosh explained, right? Energy is something that moves the matter or that changes the matter, right? We need physical strength to run, to walk, to pick up weights, or whatever we do, right? So that is the energy. Then comes the information. Now we all live in this world of information and we all know what is the importance of information, right? More so in today's world. So information is something that gives forms and shape to everything around us, right? So if there is a blueprint of a house, we will know, where are the rooms, where are the pillars. If we have a bank statement, that will give us the information about how much money we have in our account, what transactions we did in our last month, or whatever, right? So information defines everything. Now, this information can be positive information and it can also be negative information. What does positive information do? Positive information creates harmony, creates order, and creates connection. And what does negative information do? negative information creates disharmony, disconnection, and disorder, right? Now, where is this information stored? This information is basically stored in our soul. It is received by our heart, processed by our mind, and energy moves this information, and it is reflected in our body, which is matter, right? So this is how the whole information, energy, and matter flows. So then what is anxiety and depression? Anxiety and depression, to put it in simple terms, is the negative information stored in our heart, right? So how, once we know what this is, we know how to transform this. It is simple. We can transform this by transforming negative information into positive information. Now, how do we do that? We do that through forgiveness practices. We do that through chanting different mantras, which Master Shah has taught us. We do that by tracing calligraphies. We also do that by taking high level of blessings, right? The treasures that has been offered, right? So all these things are tools and techniques to empower us to deal with our anxiety and depression, right? And another thing, to deal with anxiety and depression, it is also important for us to build our immunity, right? So whenever we get into this negative information of, blaming others, playing the self-victim role, or, judging ourselves, we have to remind ourselves that we are in charge of our own self. We can transform it, right? How can we do it? By self-love, by offering unconditional love, not only to us, but also to all humanity, offering your compassion, opening your heart, right? So this is basically how we transform the information, transform our anxiety and depression. Now, I just want to share a small personal story, okay, about anxiety and depression. So I have a very close family member. Okay, he is a kid, a very smart kid, very intelligent kid, but he suffered from anxiety and depression for many, many, many years. Okay, and when this thing was brought to us, typically every person, and every family would do is, once you identify somebody with a depression, first thing you immediately would want to do is go to a medical practitioner, right? That's what happened here also. So he started his therapies, he was prescribed medicines, right? And because I was connected to Master Shah, to Master Sarosh, what I started doing is, we started offering him, Master Sarosh offered him a lot of blessings, lot of treasures, lot of healing. I started practicing for him. I started chanting for him. And he was a kid who would not even let anybody enter his room. Like, even if you would knock, he would just open his door like just 1 inch and tell us, okay, what do you want? You cannot enter my room. He would just confine himself to his room, which obviously impacted his studies. He would not go out anywhere. He had a lot of social anxiety. He would not interact with anybody. You would call him, he would not pick up the calls. He would not reply to messages. And, all of us were really, really worried. So, parallelly, the family was doing whatever they had to do. But I knew that, this is what is going to help him and not the medicines, And as we started offering him, as Master Sarosh started offering him healing, something changed in him. And he himself came back to me and said that I want to stop taking the medicines, and I want to see how I do without the medicines. And this was something, very difficult for the family members to, agree to. But I kind of put my foot down and I convinced everybody, let us not put him on medicines for 3 to 4 months and see how he does, And from that day, that kid has transformed to such a level that he is all alone in a foreign city. He's pursuing his further studies on his own. He's completely fine. When we speak to him, he's so much more confident. He's handling everything, his emotional stress, of being away from the family. To some extent, you feel very lonely, right? the cultural difference, because in India and in US, it's like completely different. So he's completely adjusted to that. And he is the person whom even his friends tell us that he is the guy who has the maximum friends in the campus, And here he did not have, like, we used to literally call up his friends, is please come and spend time with him. And there he has the biggest gang of friends that you can ever imagine. He's doing good with his studies. He's managing his finances completely on his own. And I know for sure that this has happened only because of Master Shah and his teaching and the guidance and the service offered to us by Master Sarosh. I think I and my entire family, all of us are forever indebted to Master Sarosh and Master Shah for showing us the way, So I really wanted to share this because this is something which is very, very personal, but this was important to share at this point in time because all of us go through this bout of anxiety and depression. And we may know people who are suffering through this, So here we are to offer them our love, gratitude, and to heal them, So with that, let us just, start a practice. So if Aayishah or Master Sarosh, can we put up the calligraphy? So what are we going to do is, we are going to do a practice. We'll use the 5-power technique, the soul power. We'll do a short invocation and a forgiveness practice. Then we'll use the body power, different hand position. We'll use the sound power. We'll chant the mantra Da-I. Okay, Da-I means greatest love. Okay, for the mind power, we are going to visualize nice, beautiful golden light in our heart, in our message center. And the 5th power is the calligraphy power. So we're going to trace the calligraphy Da-I. Okay, so I'll slowly and we'll gently lead you to this practice. If Aayishah is around, if you can just pull up the calligraphy, Aayishah, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So let us just prepare our mind and our heart and our soul to heal the emotional aspect of our heart, anxiety and depression. Let us just close our eyes. We can put our hand in prayer position or soul light, soul era prayer position. One hand near your message center, one hand, facing the heaven. Okay. Let us just close our eyes. Let us take nice deep breath in to your lower abdomen. And as you breathe in and exhale, just relax completely and connect with this calligraphy, Da-I, greatest love. Take another deep breath in and exhale. And just let go of anything and everything that's not serving you at this point in time. Just take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your body, relax your mind, relax your heart. And open your heart and connect to this calligraphy, Da-I. So we are going to breathe in the calligraphy and chant Da-I, okay? And while you do that, as you breathe in and chant, visualize nice, beautiful golden light in your heart center, in your heart chakra, in your message center. And we'll put one hand on the message center, one hand on the lower abdomen, okay? Let us all breathe in. Da-I, greatest love. Just breathe in the beautiful golden light coming in from the calligraphy. The calligraphy has the highest source healing power as the calligraphy directly connects to heaven. So when you connect to the calligraphy, We receive the divine love. We receive the divine light, which has the greatest power to heal everything and all aspects of our life. So just breathe in, close your eyes, connect to this calligraphy, and let us silently do an invocation. You can silently repeat after me. Dear Divine, dear Tao, dear the Source, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Dear all the spiritual mothers and fathers across all layers of heaven and earth, across all dimensions and belief systems, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Dear Mother Earth, countless stars, galaxies, universes, and planets, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Dear my soul, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. You have the power to heal, transform, and rejuvenate all aspects of my life. Please do a good job. Dear my message center, I love you, honor you, and appreciate you. You have the power to heal, transform, and rejuvenate yourself. Please do a good job. Dear the calligraphy, Da I, dear the mantra Da I, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please bless all of us as we practice and chant the mantra Da I to heal and transform our anxiety as appropriate. Dear any soul whom I, my ancestors, or my descendants would have caused any hurt or harm to anybody in any of the lifetimes, including this lifetime, knowingly, unknowingly, either through our thoughts, speech, words, or action, then we ask for forgiveness today. Please forgive us, especially if we have caused any imbalances in any emotional aspects related to heart, if we have caused blockages related to anxiety and depression, intentionally, unintentionally, then we seek for forgiveness today. We forgive all the souls who would have caused any blockages to us, to our ancestors, to our descendants in any of the lifetimes, including this lifetime, related to any emotional aspect of heart, especially anxiety or depression. Then we forgive all of you. We now know that whatever happened was because of a past agreement between us. We love you unconditionally, and we know you love us unconditionally. So now, we are going to breathe in the calligraphy. And as we breathe in the divine, the source love, the source light, the source compassion, the source forgiveness, the source gratitude, and all the 10 qualities that heaven has to offer, the source has to offer to us in our heart. And as we breathe in and chant this mantra, Da I, we transform our anxiety and depression to love and compassion. Okay, so breathe in. Thy greatest love. 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 Breathe in. Thy unconditional love. Breathe in. Thy greatest love. Breathe in the calligraphy. Thy unconditional love. Thy greatest love. Breathe in. Thy greatest love. Breathe in. Thy unconditional love. Now we'll breathe in and chant for a few seconds silently, okay? We'll just chant the I. You all chant silently, I'll chant loudly for you all, okay? Breathe in. Thy. Breathe in. Thy. Breathe in. Thy. Breathe in. Now let us all gently open our eyes and let us do some tracing. Okay, so we'll put all our 5 fingers together. Okay, and we are going to trace the calligraphy. And as we trace, we'll chant the I. Okay, so let us trace, and you can die, 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 die. So I understand there are few new people. If you have difficulty in tracing, you can just close your eyes and just connect to this calligraphy and visualize nice golden light in your message center while we chant, okay? Da, I, da, I, da, I, da, da, I, da, die, 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 die. Breathe in. Die, 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 die. Breathe in. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love. Greatest love, unconditional love. Die, 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 die. When you come to the end of the tracing, you can also stand and trace for some time if you all feel comfortable. If not, you can just continue tracing with your 5 fingers. Okay. So we imagine holding a golden light ball in our lower abdomen area, and we trace with this golden light ball, okay? If you're not comfortable, you can do the 5 finger tracing, or you can put one hand on the message center, one hand on the lower abdomen, okay? So let us begin. Die, 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 die. We do a little faster now. Die, 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 little slower. Die, 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 die. Greatest love, unconditional love. Greatest love, unconditional love. Die, 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 die. Once you come to the end of the calligraphy, just come back. Just close your eyes and just connect to this calligraphy for a few more seconds. And just gently chant Da-I silently for a few seconds. And as you chant, just open your heart to love and compassion and just let go of all the thoughts, of all the anxiety, of all the depressive thoughts that you have or you were getting. Just connect and let us now be in complete silence as we continue to receive the love and light from heaven, from this calligraphy, and from this beautiful, powerful field that we all have created. How, which means all well, all well, all well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong song, gong song, gong song. Let us gently open our eyes and let us offer our gratitude to each one of us, to Master Sarosh, to Aayishah, to the calligraphy, to the mantra Eye, and to Master Shah. Countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless. Thank you so much. And as you come back, just gently shake your hands, your legs. You can just tap your shoulders, chest. Thank you. And we would encourage if any one of you would like to share anything about this practice, about this field.
So please, everyone, share one at a time. Thank you, Swechha, for the beautiful practice.
Thank you, Swechha. Thank you, Master Sarosh. Thank you, Aayishah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shobhaji.
Swechha, it was really very nice, very peaceful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Shah.
Thank you very much, Master. Felt very peaceful. Thank you very much. Niti here.
Thank you, Niti.
Thank you, Swechha. This is Zoe. And I really enjoyed it. And now when I put attention on my chest, I feel less tightness. It's been from morning tight. So after the practice, it's less tightness. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you for your sharing. And anyone else would like to share, please?
Thank you so much for this session, the earlier session and this one, taking us really deep. And I felt with the deep, that I felt a lot of movement in my lower dantian. So I'm so deeply grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Swechha. Thank you, Master Shah. Thank you, Master Sarosh. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanchi. Thank you. And Swechha has to offer a blessing for healing anxiety and depression. She will be doing that. And you can see few people also in the chat box. I'll just read. I could visualize the golden light and see tiny black dots disappearing. This is Parizad, wonderful. Thank you. And Anita, has offered her greatest gratitude to Swechha for the beautiful healing story and practice. Thank you, Master Shah. Thank you, Aayishah and Soul Seva team. Thank you, Anita. Greatest gratitude from others also. Wonderful. So, Swechha, you can offer the blessing. Everyone, please mute your mic. Swechha will only unmute and offer the blessing at this time. Are you here, Swechha?
Thank you.
Okay.
So I'll just offer a Tao Hands blessing to everyone for healing anxiety and depression. So let us just close our eyes and just prepare to receive this blessing. This is going to be a one-time blessing. So all the participants here and for everyone who would be watching this recording later, this is a one-time blessing. It will be a silent blessing. So everyone, please close your eyes. How. Thank you thank you to everyone for letting me serve you. Thank you. And Master Sarosh, can I just share something if that is okay?
Yes, Swechha, please share.
So, actually, when I was offering a blessing, I could see so much of, black particles getting released and getting covered in this beautiful golden light. So, I think this was beautiful. And another thing actually that I wanted to share is, I have gone through a lot, okay, physically, emotionally, myself, and in my family members also. But one thing I've realized that the blessings, the treasures, the high level blessings, our own forgiveness practice, all these things really, really help us, I suffer from an autoimmune disease. So even if I go to my doctor now, he'll straight put me on steroids. I used to take 18 medicines a day. I completely stopped that. I still have the disease, but I don't have any symptoms because I know, I have been taking continuous healing from Master Sarosh, from other masters that I'm connected to. And, when I was sick, in 1.5 years, I would have spent a bomb on medicines, on tests. Even now, doctors ask me to do some test every 3 months, which costs like a lot. But we happily, do all that, right? Because it's doctors, it's tests, it's medicines, right? But what we don't understand is, when we have to honor for treasures, for higher level blessings, the virtue there that we receive is phenomenal, And when I was suffering through my disease, I was supposed to consult with some doctors in US. So I honestly made a list of medicines that, the doctor gave me. What I realized is they kept changing the name of the drug, Ultimately, it was the same drug in a different name they gave me. So if I go to my doctor in 3 months, this is not helping me. He would change the medicine. So I feel, okay, it has given me some other medicine, but the chemical formula, the drug in it remains the same. So in 1 year, I was just putting so much of toxicity in my body. I was on steroids for 1.5 years, And now I've realized that in spite of going to a doctor and spending, there we happily spend, we happily do whatever we have to do. But actually what we should be doing is we should be honoring for the treasures, for the blessings, that has been, guided to us, that we should receive, because that is something we are going to carry in all our lives. If I have a treasure today, I'm going to carry it in all my life. So it is something immense, it's beyond. I mean, you can't just put a number to it, it is so powerful. So that's all I wanted to say. So thank you once again.
Okay, thank you, Swechha, for your heartfelt sharing. Wonderful blessings, and we're all knocked out. We all have a certain level of anxiety and depression, which is there whether we know it or don't know it, and it affects our heart, it affects our other organs, it affects our day-to-day life. So very important, change the message, transform the message, stop blaming other people, take charge of your life. You are the commander, you are the authority of your life. Remember that. And wonderful teaching, Swechha, wonderful blessings. Everything was so beautiful, divine condition radiating out. And we are also blessed that India has another wonderful teacher who is just giving our heart out to serve. Thank you. Okay, so